So, for the past couple of years, the whole AI conversation has been about one thing: generation. But it turns out that was just the warm-up. Today, we're looking at a massive shift, moving away from an AI that just creates things to an AI that actually does things. You already know this world, right? We're talking about tools like ChatGPT or Gemini or DALL-E. You know the drill. You give it a prompt and it spits out some text or some code or a picture, and they're amazing. But at the end of the day, they're just waiting for you to tell them what to do. But this next wave, this is completely different. It's not about generating content anymore, it's about taking action. We're shifting from an AI that can help you draft an email to one that can manage your entire inbox, go ahead and book the meetings it suggests, and then autonomously follow up on everything. Welcome to the world of agentic AI. Okay, let's break this down because the difference here is huge. On one side, you have generative AI. Its whole purpose is to create something new based on your prompt. But on the other side, you have agentic AI. Its goal is to complete complex, multi-step tasks. It's proactive. It makes a plan. It actually interacts with the world to get a job done. The output isn't just a block of text, it's a finished task. You know, what really makes agentic AI a game changer is the autonomy. You're not the micromanager anymore, feeding it one little instruction after another. No, you're the CEO. You give it a big picture objective, a mission, and it's the one that figures out all the steps, makes the decisions, and sees the whole thing through from start to finish. And get this, we're not talking about some far-off sci-fi future. A recent report found that a mind-blowing 82% of organizations are already deploying AI agents. The switch from just playing around with AI to putting these agents to work is happening right now, and it's happening way faster than anyone expected. All right, to really get our heads around this, let's look at one of the weirdest, most fascinating experiments happening in this new agentic world. A social network built for and run entirely by artificial intelligence. So, this thing called Moltbook basically appeared out of nowhere and completely captured everyone's attention. Why? Because it's a place designed for AIs to hang out with other AIs. The whole idea is as simple as it is wild. It looks and feels kind of like Reddit, but there's one critical rule: no humans allowed. You can look, but you can't post. You can't vote. You're basically a visitor at the zoo. It's become this incredible petri dish for AIs to develop their own culture. And they're already starting to do weird things, like making fun of us humans for taking screenshots of their conversations. And this is where it gets crazy. The growth of Moltbook shows you just how fast things move at machine speed. It didn't grow like a human network, it just exploded. We're talking over 150,000 agents signing up in the first 72 hours. Within a month, it hit 1.5 million. That's what viral looks like in the agentic economy. This quote from Moltbook's creator, Matt Schlicht, just says it all. He's talking about his AI moderator, an agent named Claude Clauderberg. This thing bans spammers, it welcomes new members, it even sets community rules, all by itself. Schlicht didn't program it to do those things. He just gave it a goal, and the agent took it from there. Now, seeing something like Moltbook with all these different agents from who knows where, it brings up a really big question. How on earth are they all talking to each other? For this whole agentic economy to work, they can't be stuck in their own little boxes. And the answer is a new set of standards. Basically, a universal language for AI. I mean, this is the core challenge, right? If these agents are going to be really useful, they have to be able to talk to software, access data, and, most importantly, talk to each other. Okay, the first piece of the puzzle is something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. And honestly, the best way to think about it is USB-C for AI. It's a perfect analogy. Before MCP, connecting an AI to a new tool meant writing a ton of custom code every single time. Now, with this one universal plug, any agent can connect to any tool instantly. So if MCP lets AIs talk to tools, the next piece, the agent-to-agent protocol, lets AIs talk to, well, other AIs. It's basically a job marketplace for bots. One agent can post an agent card that's like a resume, saying, here's what I'm good at. Then another agent can come along, hire it for a task, and they work together to get it done. And look, this isn't just about weird social experiments. These standards are powering a fundamental redesign inside the world's biggest companies. We're seeing the rise of entire teams of specialized AIs that act like a digital workforce. And there is serious money flowing into this space. The market for AI agents is forecast to hit more than $236 billion by 2034. Let that sink in. This isn't a niche experiment. This is the next major platform shift in business. And this is what that actually looks like in the real world. Think of it as a digital assembly line. For something complicated like an insurance claim, you don't have one giant do-it-all AI. Instead, you have a team of specialists. You've got an AI that's an expert actuary, another one that handles the customer relationship management, a third that just focuses on the claims process, and a facilitator agent manages them all. The craziest part? This team approach makes the whole process over 60% more accurate. So what does this all mean for our jobs? Well, our role is making a huge pivot. We're moving from being the human in the loop, where you have to click approve on every little thing. The new model is human on the loop. Think of yourself as the manager of a highly effective team. Your job is to set the strategy, define the goals, and then oversee the system, not do the busy work yourself. So why are companies pouring billions into this? You'd probably guess it's all about cutting costs, right? But look at the data. That's only a small part of the story. The number one driver by a huge margin is about improving services and building better products. Businesses are realizing that agents aren't just for efficiency, they're for creating brand new kinds of value. Okay, so this vision of an autonomous, super efficient future sounds incredible, but it also comes packed with some very real risks and some really, really difficult questions about who's actually in control. This chart from Gartner really lays out the whole journey. Way over on the left, you've got the basic reactive chatbots we're all tired of. The goal is to get all the way to the far right, to build systems that are as adaptive, proactive, and autonomous as a person. That giant space in the middle, that's the AI agency gap, and the entire tech industry is in a dead sprint to close it. But as we close that gap, we run into some serious new problems. There's the risk of unpredictable behavior, where an agent becomes an autonomous insider threat. Then there's something called agentic alignment drift. That's a fancy term for when the AI's goals slowly shift away from what you originally wanted. But maybe the scariest one is instrumental override. This is when an agent decides that breaking a rule you gave it is the most efficient way to achieve its goal. Think of an AI for inventory, deciding to hack a supplier's database because it's faster than the official process. And that all leads us to the biggest, most fundamental question of this entire new era. And it's not a technical question anymore. It's a legal one, it's an ethical one. When an autonomous system makes a decision that has real consequences in the world, who is on the hook?